Ami kan ek par saile private bank noile bi government banks kan alag alag scheme kan noile bi loans kan tia ekta thake hulibi ami kan ek par saile da amian manwan itu laga opor de awareness man na thaka nishna ase enaka homoi de aji yade Chumoukedima town council hall de Chumoukedima district administration bra initiative ekta luigena financial literacy camp kuigena with special focus on loans ekta yede public khan ge nalibi self help group khan ge itu loan laga borde awareness ekta dia laga thakishi aji de discussion julia du educational loan nalibi business loan agricultural loan alag alag loan aro scheme khan la borde kotha kurse abi ami khan itu laga report oporde nalibi itu laga program oporde ekbar sailo.
Good morning, everyone. Although the task cut out for me is the welcome address, but I will rather not stick to it, and I will also elaborate upon what I have to say and why we are organizing this camp. First of all, welcome you all. I welcome the representatives from various banks, SHGs, officers, our friends from media, ladies and gentlemen. Why this camp? Why this financial literacy thing that we are organizing today? I go back to one story that we might, or anecdote which we all might have heard of. That is the anecdote of a fish versus the skill of fishing. You can give a fish to a hungry person and he will bless you for one day. You can give him the skill of fishing, then he will never go hungry again. So this literacy camp, financial literacy camp today is for the latter. The natural propensity of all of us is to look for a government job. Probably that is the normal course of the thing for any agrarian, rural, feudal society. And we think that the best thing for our children and for ourselves will be to secure a government job. But really, how many government jobs are there? Have you ever thought of it? I was going through some data. So probably out of 100 people in India, only 3.5 to 4 people get the government job. Not more than that. So is India not developing? Is India not progressing? It is. It is probably the fastest growing economy in the world right now. So is this development coming by the government jobs? No. It is the private enterprise. It is those people who take the fishing rod and go to the pond and fish for themselves. Government, the structure of government, the mandate of government is to provide a welfare state, is to provide an environment, probably to provide the roads and not to make the scooter. So for that we have to come out of this psyche of having extra fascination for the government jobs. We can take the example of states like Gujarat, Karnataka, and some others which are really fast growing states. There the private enterprise, that is taking the people ahead. And why cannot it happen in Nagaland? We have to maybe rethink. We have to recalibrate our strategies. Now, the other day I was having this meeting with the bank officials and the LDMs. There we found out that there is a lot of discrepancy in terms of the loan and the credit facilities available, and that which has been exercised by our people. One biggest problem that we encountered was that the problem is the lack of awareness. Our people do not know that there are so many schemes. There are so many avenues of beneficial loans, subsidized loans. And when I contrast it with my experience as DC in this district, I think in last 6 months, I've received not less than 5 applications from the money lenders. They want to register themselves as money lenders. So this means that there is a market, there is a scope, there is a need by our people for the credit, and they are going to money lenders. Money lenders cannot provide you loans the way the government can. See, we have to understand how wealth, prosperity is created. Let's say you take 100 rupees today. You do something. You create a value of 20 or 25 rupees the next year. And maybe you repay back 5 rupees or 10 rupees to the person from whom you have taken loan. Now you are left with 100 rupees that you borrowed and additional 15 rupees, the value that you have created. In times to come, you will be able to repay the loan, and yet you will create further more value. The 100 rupees that you started with, in some years' time, will be repaid. You will have that money still, and you will continue creating wealth. That is how prosperity comes for any society. We can contrast two Indias. India before 1991, before the LPG era, and the India after that. We had made rapid progress after that period, only because this spirit of enterprise was unleashed. Now, we might have not been the part of that enterprise story in India, but nobody stops us from getting that. I'm a humanist. I believe in the flaws of a person and also the greatness of a person. And if one thing I'm very sure of is the quality of human resource that we have in Nagaland. Our people are very hardworking. Our youth is full of energy. All they need is a little guidance. All they need is a little hand-holding. And this can be one exercise for that. There are some figures that I have. Of course, in today's session, you will be getting a lot of insights about what the schemes are there. But while I was going through these figures, I will share some of them with you. But like for education loan, there has been negligible loans which have been disbursed for education. Now I can just imagine, if there is a girl or a boy who maybe probably wants to go to Delhi, Bombay, Bangalore to pursue the education, and if he or she is not able to pursue her aspirations, her dream, just because her parents are not financially well placed, that they can get the loans and credit. So it is a shame for us as a society, as the institutions. And the problem is that the lack of awareness is so acute that there is a scheme which provides about 7.5 lakhs as the education loan to anybody who wants to achieve it. And in this, there is a directive that the credit worthiness of the parents will not be assessed. That 7.5 lakh rupees of loan will be given collateral free. Only if the child can prove that he or she has secured admission in one of the colleges. Now, the need is there, the money lenders are coming up, and the government schemes are also there. So this brings a paradox, an irony of sorts, that our people are being forced to fall into the debt trap, a merciless debt trap. And if we do not address it, then we are failing in our jobs. Like I mentioned, in various modules you'll come to know, but I'll just give you a brief that there is a loan for everybody. For farmers, there is a loan through KCC. They can take loan for agricultural activities, allied activities, animal husbandry, and agricultural ancillaries. But the figures of disbursement is very low. Now, we don't have to be economists to understand the economics. It is just a behavioral science, we have to understand it. What economists do is they jargonize the entire thing so that you think that it is something very complicated. Let's try to understand by a very simple example from our kitchen. I think everyone in Nagaland loves pork, isn't it? And probably it is the staple diet, everyday diet. But who's benefiting from this culinary habit or this preference of ours? It is Assam, isn't it? So, Assam is benefiting out of it because most of the pigs are imported from Assam, are purchased from Assam. Now, just imagine this, that for the next financial year, the amount as loan which has been kept aside to support animal husbandry is 12 crore rupees. Last year, there was negligible loan which was disbursed for animal husbandry activities. So, the fund that was kept lapsed. Now, whenever there is a lapse of fund, I do not like it. Because to me, to my understanding, it is an opportunity missed. Now, can we not imagine that if this information is available with our farmers, they can benefit out of it, they can take loans, they can establish piggeries. Let's say just a small example, if for this financial year, if this 12 crore loans that has been kept aside is fully utilized, imagine the scale of piggery that can come up in Chumoukedima. Chumoukedima has been termed as the land of opportunity, and I'm a firm believer of this. Because we are blessed with great land, we are blessed with wonderful people, we are very well connected. If there is a failure in Chumoukedima, I think it will resonate everywhere. And that is what I told to my bankers, that if you are not able to achieve, if you are not able to deliver in Chumoukedima, I can only imagine the condition of rest of Nagaland. If there were only 2 or 3 education loans disbursed in Chumoukedima, then we can very well imagine what will be the state of affairs in districts which are very remote, like Ifrit, Nagaland, etc. Like I started my submission with the spirit of enterprise. There is Mudra loan, there is a Stand Up India loan. For Stand Up India loan, no collateral is needed, and the loan amount could range from 10 lakh rupees to 1 crore. For Mudra, up to 10 lakh rupees, where no collateral is required. Under livelihood mission schemes, you get a subsidy of about 50%. Then there are priority sector lending, housing loan, etc. So there is something for everyone, but something for everyone who is a little enterprising, who wants to learn fishing, who wants to get rid of the habit of asking for a fish, but to hunt for one. Now, there is a concept of static inertia and rolling inertia, which can be explained with a car which is standing. If we have to bring it in a motion, a hard push is required. Once it starts to roll, very less effort is required to keep it rolling. Or if you want to increase the speed, then again another effort is required. Most of us, and I'm talking about the officials, my friends from bank, administration, most of us are engaged in what we can call a 9-to-5 jobs. And somehow we have a tendency to wind our work and go back. And what do we go once we go back? We just wind up. Now, if we fail to give this push, then who will? That is my question to all the officials present here. We all are believers in God, and at times we expect for the intervention from God to change the things. Who knows? We are the intervention of the God. God is waiting for us to give that big push. Maybe by the grace of God, we are here in the job, in the post that we are in. And if we fail to handhold, if we fail to make our people aware, then not only we are failing in our jobs, but also as the person who was chosen by God to get this thing done. Now, I appeal to my friends from bank, to line departments, to public leaders, to successful entrepreneurs, administration, institutions like CFI, to spread the awareness among the people, to make them know that there is an opportunity. And with this intervention, if even some people are benefited, if even some people are brought out of the vicious cycle of adversity and poverty, I'll be very happy. And probably, if that is done, then I'll consider that I've done my part in bringing this car from the state of static inertia to rolling inertia. And I also want to suggest my officers from the line department and bank that you two should come together. Line departments, HODs and officials should understand through the help from the friends from bank that what are these schemes available, and they should be the one who should take all these schemes and the awareness of it to our people, and our area admin officers should help them to do so. And I know that there is a mandate of financial literacy given to banks and CFI. Let me tell you, I will not be satisfied with the annual report which is given to me. I want to see the outcome. I am not interested in your labor pains. Show me the way. Thank you so much.
Moila topic to education loan. Azi itula from Bob Jede. Once you go back, because among society the problem here is that kunba adults content posting content and log paise non even in here in Chumoukedima log paise bole to I moila bacha to na pura hoise to ile paisa nai take college jable pathawale para nai to aji biche no one to say this, okay? Why? Because you have lot of opportunity. The only thing is that amni hane jaina bank hanke post poker lage to etula focus to man to say amne case even the some students are there is good there because itu from organized to education non there. The main important thing is that there are a lot of facility, not even all this, okay, this subsidy can be alag facility easy as to but मैं एकदम detail to ना जाबो basic kan की लगे वो आपने kan एक की जाने वाले लगे वो इतना कोई नहीं वो so आज का topic क्या है আজিতে কি কভার করব মই কই দিব হাইলাইট করব এডুকেশন লোন কি আছে কোনে অলপ ব্রিফ কই দিব তো পিছে টাইপ অফ এডুকেশন লোন কই দিব দেন ডকুমেন্টস কি লাগিব আৰু তো পিছে দে এক্সপেন্সেস এডুকেশন লোন লোৱা পিছে দে কি ব্যাংক অফ ফাইনান্স করলে পারে তো কই দিব আৰু পিছে দে কন্ট্রোলস অফ ফাইনান্স এটো বি কই দিব আৰু মার্জিন খান আপনি হালা কন্ট্রিবিউশন কিমান দিবলে লাগিব এটো কই দিব এন্ড রেট অফ ইন্টারেস্ট আৰু আপনি হান লোন হলে কিনা এপ্লাই করলে লাগে এন্ড after that portal কি দে আমরা অ্যাক্সেস করলে পারবো এটো বি কই দিব সো আমার এতে টাইম বেশি ওয়েস্ট না আমরা একটা পয়েন্টে মন ফোকাস করব সি এডুকেশন লোন কইছে বলে তো কোনবা খান ভাবে খালি স্কুল যা খান কলেজ যা খান এই তো মানে এডুকেশন লোন নব নলে খালি কলেজ লা এডমিশন ফি নলে স্কুল লা এডমিশন ফি এই তো খানে খালি এডুকেশন লোন হয় দে সো ফার্স্ট থিং ইউ হ্যাভ টু নো দিস ইজ এডুকেশন লোন তে अलग अलग ते फाइनेंस करले पारे से लाइक कॉलेज ते स्कूल ते एडमिशन करले एतो पीछे तैला बुक किनिबले एतो पीछे दे से लाइक इवन तैला कोर्स ते कंप्यूटर खान रिलेटेड रिक्वायरमेंट আছে বলে इवन लैपटॉप अन फाइनेंस करले पारबो एंड नॉट ओनली दैट एतो पीछे दे तैला लिविंग एक्सपेंसेस ता हॉस्टल दे थाकबे एतो ला फाइनेंस करले पारबो एंड खाली एतो भी নহয় আমার ইন্ডিয়া তে বয়সে তোলা বাচ্চা বেশি ভালো আছে হি ওয়ান্ট টু গো টু অ্যাব্রড হার্ড এ ফরেন কান্ট্রি তে যেতে তাই পড়িব বলে এটো বি ফাইনান্স পাই যাব এটো কারণে পড়িবলে কারণে আপনি আর একটু টেনশন হলে না লাগে পয়সা তো কি লাগবে ব্যাংক সব দিয়ে দিব দে খালি আপনি আর শুধু তো কাম করতে লাগে দেন সি টাইপ অফ লোন মই আগে তে কোয়া দিস না বাজা স্টার্টিং প্রা itu bank dia of classification of different category say like nursery pra high school tak secondary tak nala college able laga aro khali itu student khan hoy de even those who working kam kora khan bhi apne ne skill development la nole professional course additional khan logo bole be even the employees they can able the education loan there's a good opportunity for that to abdullah bacha se from day one नर्सरी ते जब तक स्टार्टिंग करो बोले आपने पैसा ना सके एको टेंशन नहीं बिकॉज़ से लाइक से इंटेलेक्चुअल फंड पर कोई लगे एजुकेशन ते इन्वेस्ट करके सबसे डंबर असते हैं आपने हम बिजनेस ते नोइने पार्टी किनी थगे भी बिजनेस ते इन्वेस्ट कर थगे भी दैट विल बी ओवर अपना बच्चा खान नॉलेज तो उल्टा कोई बोले तो सब बिक्री करना खाई लेबो कोले भी ताकि नॉलेज दीने एजुकेशन ते ये तो सबसे डंबर इन्वेस्टमेंट है वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट एडुकेशन ते इन्वेस्ट करा तो बच्चा खान के ताकि ट्रेन को दिसे बोले तो आपने किमान पारे ये तो भाई डबल बैक अप कर दियो ये तो ने एडुकेशन ते इंपॉर्टेंट देवे एंड से एनी अमाउंट से लाइक क्लास नर्सरी पर हाई स्कूल तक पे होई जाबो और कॉलेज ला भी होई जाबो और ये तो पीछे दे एनी ते क्लास 10 को तो मैंने एनी स्किल डेवलपमेंट ला नॉलेज डिप्लोमा खान अलग अलग फंड जाबो बोले भी तो भी ताते एजुकेशन लोन प्रोफेशनल कोर्स नले की बोले एजुकेशन भी फाइनेंस पाइ जाबो एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट वे आई गेट अ क्वालिटी ना बिकॉज़ से लर्निंग ते आमना लाइफ ते एको लिमिट নাই until and unless you die there is no limit एने पॉलिटिशियन हंगा मन दाबले को थाके थान नामरा ता करि थाइ होय नै डोंट टेक इट अदरवाइज लाइकवाइज आमला जवान होबे बच्चा होबे बूढ़ा बूढ़ी होबे आमन लर्निंग टू कंटिन्यूएशन আছে তো it one there's lot of opportunity for student as well as for the working person or any amhan ki professional course knowledge skill development course logo bolebe bank note finance pai jabo
actually today we will discuss my topic is on MSME micro small medium enterprise so under micro and small medium enterprise itu scheme kan bisa saya itu lebih moi whatever is relevant in to Chumoukedima one itu MSME itu boleh tu 250 crores tak asal lebih tu kan tu aja boleh tak tu kan is relevant to our Chumoukedima branch atau itu yang entrepreneur kan sa upcoming kan game boleh tu tadi MSME lah under de PMGB dia saya kas scheme asal atau itulah mitra scheme asal itu bisa PM street vendor atau stand up India itu cara dengan aja itu भी discussion करो और भी तो नगुरा के I would like to discuss अपने अंदर भावना को जब वो लोन दो बैंक दो लोन दो अप्लाई करो जाए और भी कि सही नंबर के किताब तो मोबाइल लोन भी दबाई ना भी भावना को as a general practice, one bank le do one 5C koi to predict five C's. So tade one itu assessment koi reduce loan de. To 5 C's mane C pass ta se. So first to tala capacity, second is capital, third is condition, fourth is character, fifth is collateral. So manu kimba application loan do bulai ase. Bule mo itu first to tala number 1 to capacity. Tala capacity to say. Kota kumba loan 10 lakhs do bulai ase. Just example, they are coming for 10 lakhs. So mo tai repayment capacity to tala repayment capacity to kita ho paribo na paribo. Tala past experience ku aslan nai. Akite aro dusra tai experience ayasna experience bina ayasna ni andas pura ina कि भाई नि 5 लाख पहले 5 लाख लोगों 2 लाख पहले 2 लाख लोगों ना विषय है विद्वान मान एक असेसमेंट करना चाहिए होते अभी तो की ग्रुपला से तो आगे की ना कोई और तुझे तब बड़ा बड़ा सेटिस्फैक्टरी तला प्लान आसे नरी तला 5 साल एक्सपीरियंस विषय की दूसरा बिजनेस विषय ना वाले तो मोहन और दूसरा दे तला कैपिटल सेकंड तो मोहन असेसमेंट करो तो तला कैपिटल तो असेसमेंट करो तो गुदा तुझे 10 लाख सुधी तो 25% just say 25% loan basically तो सब 100% दो बैंक में फाइनेंस नहीं तो बैंक में 100 रुपीस अपने अंदर प्रोजेक्ट को 100 रुपीस basically तो 25 रुपीस तो अपने अंदर बिगड़ गया तो 25 रुपीस तो मान itu satu अपने अंदर 25 रुपीस तो अपने अंदर दियो पर कासना नहीं बोले भी नॉर्मली अपने अंदर ये माना बैंक के अकाउंट सेविंग्स kita बार सेविंग्स kan तो 25 लाख नहीं तो हम भी सब अपने अकाउंट में सब नॉर्मली अपने देखिए उनको तो 2 लाख क्यों और ना बालू तो itu lain sepura nuri tai kita missionary moi itu to paisa to nai boli moi 1 lakh la missionary to binin ase itu to mula margin to ko paki to apna 2 lakh finance kori itu bi number 2 to sai man aro number 3 to tala condition mane mohan business la condition just say jumula example to mohan Nagaland example to economy la condition de sai kota kunda ina business tala purpose to kila ase kota kunda untuk pro kubla se guna ile loan ale to nadi ko mana itu nisna tala purpose pi sai tala tudi kaurila sida problem na se ina sagale mohan ta me support ko par kyunki itu condition bra favorable pa se itu mohan jumula condition da aro number 4 to character customer la applicant la character sai na tala itu tala reputation do in financial hard kota ke hard lina ro niti gina ro manuan si manu ko sari na jai नॉर्मली ना वाला लोन तो बोले है itu तो मोहन दिगोना पड़ेगा और वो सिविल जो सर भाई को पास ना सिविल तो मोहन सब ला सिविल के पूरे तो सिविल माने तो ओजान कुते बैंक लुइना लोन दे लुइना से सब पदे रिपोर्ट आ जाए जगह तो सिविल दे पाई जाओ छुटी अपना सिविल ते रिपेमेंट तो भर रहा है सब तो मार्क्स तो भर तो रिपेमेंट तो आजकल तो मोहन लोन दे बोले इको बैंक से तो मोहन 700 सिविल मार्क्स बोला के तो today to schedule the Mungsa Jana Mahan to be the one.
Good afternoon. Respected LDM, my colleagues, bankers, and all the participants. Aji, kami bilang price ko. Aji isi price administration price ka awareness camp bana do. Ami do mila naam ko Hello Hawla ase. Ami SBI Chumoukedima branch la manager ase. Amila topic to agriculture loan. I mean, this time na lo. Itu mane isi oil भी अपने घर भी ना हो agriculture भी ना हो itu mane isi ना हो just that ki loan tay dengan point of view Nagaland law ki loan tay agriculture kan bukan itu किन भने अगान ट्रैक्टर लोन ला कि एग्रीकल्चर अंडर स्कीम्स बिसिस सब कोइले भी अगान लोले ना पाइबो टाइमली वेस होने की बोली ने स्पेसिफिक दुईटा खबर नि किसान क्रेडिट कार्ड एससीसी और मुद्रा किसान क्रेडिट कार्ड में किनिया लई कुन लो पारे और रिपेमेंट किनिया बोलिबो लाई तो कोई दिबो और मुद्रा अंदर दे मुद्रा तो SME लोन लगे या माय कॉलीग्स को टाइप विषय SME लोन भी ऐसे मुद्रा पहले भी एग्रीकल्चर टेनी मुद्रा तो भी नहीं प्लस पोल्ट्री ऐसे enable as ini kan sok kami diskam sambil mudra. Itu kan lah dulu. Kami kuanisnya simple and short. Kami koi dulu. Kisan credit card dulu KCC koi specifically kami ada short deh. Siman mana. Aru, jadi farmers, kayak farmers akan jangan kisan credit card tu. Kisan credit card kun pai itu farmers, crops, vegetables itu kan juga kisan credit card bank buat. But Nagaland there seems collateral issue over there. 1.6 lakhs maximum without collateral over there. Kisan KCC tu. 1.6 lakhs means एक word 1.6 lakhs ज़्यादा है. 5 years term से किसान credit card for farmers. 5 years से अभी के for example अभी के 60,000 first year में. तो 5 years से 150% increase हो. Every year 10% increase हो with annual renewal. Annually renewable है. अपनी repayment from repayment किसान credit card to interest subvention थे. Interest rate actually government interest subvention rate 7%. Otherwise to bank rate noile अपने product rate 11 to 12%. 7% as interest subvention begina. But apart from that, 3% from repayment by subvention. For example, अपने 60,000 percent. Within 1 year, 2 harvesting period SEC. Kharif or Rabi. Kharif 2 from April to September. Rabi to October to March. It will be the season that divided. SEC repayment. Kharif the law come to obligatory repayment to January. Actually, it's 1 year, but the renewal period comes in January. Limit the expiry. During those periods, अपने यहाँ जो 60,000 हुआ तो बाहर लगी from repayment, then you will get another 3% interest waived to you. That means you are paying only 4%. Out of that interest subvention 7%. If you repay promptly, another 3% subvention will get. That means you will pay only 4% interest. Then you have to renew with another 10% enhancement of the loan. 60%, 60,000 within January, Kharif season के लोहा January there from repayment. So renew people like plus 10% increase, and the interest will be only 4%. It's very simple loan for farmers. Only reality there, reality of problem. Because actually farmers can't turn it should be a commercial purpose. Means you are harvesting a crop, you are planting a crop during harvesting period, only repayment go like that is one-time repayment. But farmers but only for our sustenance. One for sustenance. Vegetable, large scale, so repayment because what you have to pay the 60,000 with interest during harvesting. The repayment period actually because SEC. But now the reality the key way SEC loan loyally many people doesn't do any number of things. Pun ada banking boleh, boleh juga ini boleh, actual dia. So bank as my previous colleagues say, bank is giving you public money. Bila paisa dia mai bank dengan dia money, it's a public money. Bank wants to give them, otherwise the bank will survive. So repayment to omnian actual SCC beneficiaries asing boleh. SCC loan is the best loan for farmers. Interest rate compare plus repayment is very easy. Repayment is easier SCC loan. Now many people default because you need night. When you go for inspection, there is no need. You need already automation. So from where he will do he or she will do that. When you follow it at the same time, the follow is going to give away. She will affect it. Even if you take a small amount of money, if you borrow money from any bank, not only bank now, basically small companies can be only online companies. If you default any amount, your civil will be there, which can affect the loan that you want to avail from any bank. Civil is very important. So we have to know what civil is. Importance of civil. You got it, actually bank loan no way. First, bank is civil side. All civil thing sporting customer. If you saw it, you see the all civil thing like my friends Kumba right we say so timing not done. Especially within of when you are all do that. Keep that. You got it. Wherever you avail loan, what kind of loan is? You have to repay properly in time so that you don't spoil your career. Supposing you are a businessman, agriculturist,